Right, hello everybody, this is Harry J. Mine and welcome back to some more BeamNG.drive. In today's video we're going to be checking out a map mod, and the map mod in question is called, I believe it's called, Bizona. That's how I'd pronounce it. Feel free to do a better job than I have done. Anyway, this is a map mod that is apparently based on an area of Mexico quite close to the US border, and I've just noticed there's like floating trees over there in the distance, but well, yeah, they're still floating. Anyway, a pretty poor depiction of Mexico right off the bat. This is the default spawn, and it is a, well, it's a trailer park. There's really no other way of putting it. You know, I know the entirety of Mexico isn't a trailer park, and you know, a lot of these kind of Western series and stuff, they make a real bad job of depicting Mexico. I mean, if you ever watch Breaking Bad, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. I mean, literally, the idea of Mexico in that series is they go over to Mexico, it's a load of sand, and they put a different filter on the camera. It's quite incredible, to be honest with you. But anyway, from what I've gathered, this map is, I don't know, about, 70% dirt roads and 30% paved roads. There's this kind of main loop that goes around most of the map, and it's actually quite a fun road to drive. You know, if you've got like a slammed kind of race car or whatever, then you may run into a little bit of difficulty. You might lose your front splitter or something. Because I suppose these roads are actually quite realistic in the sense that they've got a load of bumps in them. You see there's a patch there. It's quite makes me quite reminiscent of UK roads actually, in the sense that they're absolutely dire. But anyway, let's go and check out what we've got over here. There are a couple of landmarks. Around this map. I believe there's a couple of little, well, I don't know what you call this really. I suppose in the UK it'd be a residential estate or something like that. Anyway, we've got a lovely little house here, so we're going to park up our swazzy little car. This is like my new favourite car in the game, by the way. It's the ETK I-Series, I believe. This is the racing version, but I've messed around with it a little bit. I put the bigger engine in, and anyway, I quite like it. It's really quite predictable. It can kind of make you look like you know how to drift, which is kind of cool, but I don't really, so please do not be fooled. Anyway, that is a little... Ooh, oh no, that just goes to more houses. That's quite big, actually. There's quite a lot of houses there. I suppose you could almost get lost in those roads knocking around there. I wonder if it's pointed. Moab, Richfield. They don't sound like very Mexican names, and in fact Moab I believe is Utah, and I have no idea how close Utah is to the Mexican border. I really need to work on my geography, don't I? But anyway, speaking of kind of educational things, I've recently had a bit of a change around, and that is what I'm going to use to explain my absence from YouTube. Yeah, as you all know, if you've followed the channel for more than 3 minutes, I've never been really that good with uploads, you know, getting them out regularly. And that is the first time I think I've pronounced yep, there you go, that word properly, first time. I could never do it, but I managed to then, and I'm quite impressed with myself, to be honest, so there we have it. Anyway, what I was saying is, yes, I've been away from YouTube for a while, a little bit longer than is usual for me. You know, I might sometimes not upload for a month, but I believe it's been like 3-4 months. So I do apologise for that, but I've had a lot of change around. I've been a little bit too busy really to be making videos. I was previously at 6th form, doing my A-levels. I've recently binned that off. I got a job in retail. Yeah, I know, it sounds like I'm on some sort of downward spiral, doesn't it? Anyway, let's check out this slightly, I don't know, decidedly more low rent kind of little housing estate over here. Yeah, I don't think any of these houses have a second story, actually. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You can have a really, really nice bungalow. But yeah, it's decidedly more budget around here, isn't it? I quit 6th form, I got a job in retail, and I've just got an apprenticeship, which was my original intention. I didn't intend on, you know, abandoning A-levels to pursue a career in retail. I mean, not that I find anything wrong with retail. You know, someone's got to work retail, and to be honest with you, it can actually be a very rewarding job. But anyway, it's not really my cup of tea. But I stuck with it, but I've got an apprenticeship as a lab technician, so yeah, you know, it's not all bad. It may appear it on paper, but no, it's not all bad, I'm happy to report. But anyway, that is why I've been away from YouTube. Hopefully things are going to become a little bit more kind of set in stone, a little bit more regular for the next 2 years owing to this apprenticeship. So I should hopefully be able to get some videos out. I haven't forgot about the Tomb Raider Let's Play. That is probably one of my favourite games, Tomb Raider Anniversary, of all time. So I do definitely intend on finishing that Let's Play. But anyway, I am back. I feel like we're missing out on a lot of this map, kind of just following this straight dirt road. So let's get something a little bit more appropriate for straight dirt road. Yep, straight paved road. Let's get something a little bit more appropriate to be using on the dirt roads. Yeah, anyway, I've been away from YouTube for quite a while, as I've mentioned, and in that time, the BeamNG developers seem to have been very, very busy. You know, it has been quite a while because I haven't been able to showcase any of the new stuff they've released. We got the Wendover. We've had a Bolide remaster, Grid Map remaster, and I think we've had an entirely new car as well, in the form of the Bruckle Bastion, I believe it's called, and I'll whip that out shortly, so you can have a quick little look at it. But yeah, I do intend on covering some of the changes they've made recently in a separate video, kind of going over the new cars, the remasters, etc, etc. But anyway, with regard to this map, I must say I do like the little landmarks they've got knocking around. I mean, there was the town back there, and behind us is those rocks, which are quite interesting. I do wonder if they're an actual feature of the landscape in real life. I don't know how kind of closely this is based on the real life location. But if it is, then I'm wondering if those rocks are there. Maybe a little Google map kind of research would tell me that for sure. But one thing I do find interesting is, according to this, the wall that Trump built is incorporated. I don't think there was any such wall like this before, but this is, yeah, supposedly the border post, which we're cruising through. No passports, no toll fare or anything like that. The beauty of video games. That is supposedly the US over there, the US flag there. But yeah. Anyway, let's try and make some use of this rally car. I've chosen it for a reason, so we can kind of blast around on these dirt roads without having too much difficulty. But like I say, I don't really know these roads especially well, so you'll have to bear with me if we do, I don't know, come a cropper somewhat. And this is we're going quite quick down here. 4th gear, bloody hell. I have no idea what's over the top. Oh my gosh. We might as well get some slow-mo, hadn't we? Oh my god. Yeah, I really didn't expect it to be quite that steep, if I'm honest. And we've ended up on some rocks after all that. One thing I will say is that they've added like 2 rally cars recently. Well, 3 actually, if you include the Bolide remaster. Although that one is an old school rally car. It's rear drive, lots of power, but it is extremely hard to... Oh, no, gosh, this is not the ideal situation for a rally car. This is more Land Rover stuff. Oh god, oh dear, this... It's just like knocks every 5 seconds. But yeah, they've added a lot of new rally cars recently, and if you exclude the Bolide one, none of them really have much power. This is like the Wendover version, the Wendover rally car, and it's great, you know, it does its job, but it doesn't have a lot of power at all. They remastered the Legrand. Ooh, what have we got here? Okay. They remastered the Legrand as well, and that doesn't have much power, the rally version. And I mean, I get that, you know, amateur rally cars exist with less power than the you know, I don't know, the WRC ones, but I don't know, they all seem to be, like, really underpowered. Anyway, it looks like we've reached some sort of, like, salt flats. It kind of reminds me of what Top Gear went across in the, what is it, the Botswana special, I suppose you'd call it. Anyway, we may as well have a look at the new Bolide in the form of the top speed version. A brief little look. Since we seem to have a big vast expanse, we may as well see how quick we can get a car going along it. But anyway, I do really like the Bolide remaster. I never really used to use the Bolide much at all, but now I use it a lot more thanks to this little remaster they've done. Anyway, let's see how quick we can get this thing going in a straight line. This is the okay, you know, I did say a straight line. Got loads of power, but nothing really to keep that power in check. As you can see from our first attempt at going quickly, we ended up sideways quite quickly. Anyway, I'd say that's about 170 miles per hour as we, well, run out of room, I suppose, and my gosh. That is a lot of spirals. I mean, you know, if that initial impact didn't, like, kill you in this car, I'm reckoning, like, the whiplash probably would. Right, what are we on now? Like, take 3? Come on. You can see it wants to go. It's once you get into the kind of top end of the rev range where the turbos really hit. Yeah, about 170 again, but with a little bit more air this time, I think we're going to go a little bit further, judging by how this thing is, well, pirouetting, I suppose. My God. Still going, still going. Does this thing have like a roll cage? Does it? The camera's... Since we found some paved roads again, I thought it was about time to showcase the brand new car that we've got from the developers. This is the Bruckle Bastion, and my guess is it's kind of the developers' take on, you know, a modern American muscle car, is my best guess. You know, very simple formula, big engine up front, V8 usually, and rear drive. It's kind of the formula that the muscle car has followed for, well, I don't know, 60 years now, maybe more actually. But anyway, I quite like the look of this thing, and I did think it'd be, you know, absolutely horrible to drive, you know, way too much power. And, you know, the steering, as with traditional muscle cars, doesn't really do anything. But I've got to say, I do like it a lot more than I thought I would. I did think it'd be an absolute pig to drive, and it's really not. It's quite easy to drive, and it is fast. I can tell you that much. Very much like, that's too quick. Oh dear. I've never seen that before. I don't think in the vanilla game. I mean, I know it's just a barn, but if this isn't in the vanilla game, then someone spent time kind of, you know, designing that as a texture and implementing it onto this map. So, along with these trailers as well, I'm more definite that I haven't seen these in the vanilla game. So, you know, props to the author and whoever may have helped him, because houses, just, oh, that tree, fucking hell. How does that do that much damage? Oh, you're one solid bastard, aren't you, mate? Although that is... oh, that's quite the impact. But I do believe we have made it to the water tower. Thank you, everybody, very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do consider a like or perhaps a subscribe. And I shall see you all in the next video you watch, provided it's one of mine. Goodbye.